I'm Léa.
Bonjour, I'm Eléonore, and we're from 6 p.m. in Paris.
The streaming platform to learn French.
And today we're going to learn French with
Love is blind.
France.
Or, as we say in French,
Pour le meilleur et à l'aveugle. That's the French title they gave it.
We're going to talk about that because qu'est-ce que fuck. Anyways, so finally, a French Love is Blind.
We've been waiting
6 years, let's be honest. And finally, we can use this opportunity to merge our two passions, reality TV
and teaching French.
In this episode, we are going to basically debrief, explain not just the culture but also the language that you hear in the episode.
Yes, it's not so much about the participants, the characters, it's more about the French language. Spoiler alert, we're going to talk about the expression in the first 4 episodes. So if you have not watched the first batch, be careful.
Yeah, we might give away by explaining some of the language.
Let's start with the title.
As a linguist, as a teacher, as a French person, how did you receive that title?
Not well. Pour le meilleur, because for the best, because the vows, the marriage vows in French are pour le meilleur et pour le pire.
Exactly.
For the best and the worst.
In English, you say in health or in sickness. It's interesting because it's very much, related to the health. But obviously, other bad things can happen in a marriage.
Yeah, that are not related to health.
So in French, we're a little bit more broad in the conditions under which you're getting married. It's for the best or for the worst.
Yeah.
So that's a classic saying at a wedding. Yeah. And so they transformed it for the best, pour le meilleur.
Pour le meilleur et à l'aveugle.
À l'aveugle. Blindly. Exactly. So à l'aveugle is an expression that we use to say when you do something without seeing. Aveugle is blind. À l'aveugle, blindly. And I have a theory on why they didn't simply call it L'amour est aveugle, which would be
is blind.
Exactly, the literal translation. I think it's because there was another show, another reality show in France, maybe a decade ago, called L'amour est aveugle.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Not so different actually from the principle of Love is Blind or Pour le meilleur et à l'aveugle. And I imagine that they couldn't use the same title, so they had to be more creative. But in my opinion, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's odd. It's an odd choice.
But before we go into the nitty-gritty of the episodes and the French that we hear, marriage in France. You might have noticed that the contestants are slightly older than in the other
30s.
Yes, and in the American version, there's no one in their 20s. Everyone is in their 30s.
People don't get married as young in France, so you're more in your 30s when you think about getting married.
Well, something that is interesting is first of all, people don't really get married in France.
The hosts of the shows, a couple, Teddy and Lutna, they're not married.
No.
They've been together, they say, 14 years, and they've known each other for 18, but they're not married.
Legally married. It's interesting. I guess they couldn't find hosts in France that were married because marriage is not as popular, I guess, or not as a thing that people do. There's a few reasons for that. We have an alternative to marriage that people tend to prefer.
Le Pax.
Le Pax, exactly.
Pax stands for Pacte Civil de Solidarité. So you sign papers, but it's not like signing marriage papers.
Exactly, which makes, I guess, that's a little cynical, but which makes a breakup or a separation easier because you don't have to go through a divorce. And then it's much simpler when you decide to go your separate ways. So marriage, not as common, not as popular. Obviously, people do get married, but a lot of couples have kids, live their life with a long life partner without ever going through a wedding. Besides the fact that marriage is not so popular in France, and that could explain why the contestants are a little older, because people also tend to couple up maybe later in life and have kids later in life.
Well, though a lot of them say they've been with people before for like 5 years, 7 years, like pretty long relationships.
Yeah, but they just say that so that like
You think it's
the
not
people
true?
across the wall is like not scared. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. I mean, it's not like we've never seen people lie on Love is Blind. It's possible.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Oh,
Like,
she's bursting my bubble.
what else makes this edition of Love is Blind more French? So,
Well, people smoke.
yes, people
Can you
smoke
believe?
on TV.
On TV. They're blurred too.
Yes.
I wonder if in the French, on French Netflix, it's blurred. They blurred the US when the cigarette is in the frame, and there's also a point where one of the contestants smokes, but her cigarette is down and you just see the smoke coming up. It's interesting.
Yeah, so obviously it's one of the cliches, I want to say, about France, but is it a cliche? I was a little disappointed in how Americanized the show was. There is definitely that like Netflix Americanized layer on top of it. For example, I'm thinking about the dresses of the contestants.
Oh, they're all very like bodycon and...
No one dresses like that in France. Let's be real.
True.
No one wears those type of outfit.
Yeah,
And
I
like,
mean, look at us.
yes, and it felt like I was looking at American women before they started speaking.
But apparently online, I saw that people thought that they looked very fashionable and chic, but I think that's because nobody's wearing like sweatpants or yoga pants with a hoodie. Because you know the American edition, like the first times they go in the pods, they're like all like dressed
dolled
up.
Yeah.
And then later on, they're with the hoodie and the sweatpants under the blanket, and it's not, you know, as chic anymore, but you don't see any of that in the French edition.
And that's very telling of French culture. I mean, I always tell my students that, something very, that often they find odd, but French people don't change when they come home from work. Like, they typically keep the same outfit. My parents even had their shoes on until they went to bed.
No.
Makeup, everything, like...
Yeah, I mean, some people do take their shoes off, but they'll put slippers on.
So here you can see that, like, even in the pods or in the capsule, as we should say.
Yes.
We'll talk about that. They're still, like, dressed nicely. Like, there's less of a gap, a contrast.
Even the men, I also read that a lot of people were thrown off by the number of turtlenecks.
I love a turtleneck.
Because
un col roulé, as we say in French, like a rolled collar. Love it.
For some reason, French men wear a lot of turtlenecks, and here in America, it's not a thing.
I tried to make my American husband wear turtleneck.
You won't do it?
I bought him like a couple. He did it, I think, to please me a couple times, and like then I've never seen him wear it again. And
I don't know what
a good turtleneck is like. It's perfect because you know French people also we're very weak from like the neck. So we need a scarf or we need a turtleneck. Like, it's just a thing. Like, it's a weakness of our people.
Except for us today. Well, apparently, we are not.
We're too Americanized.
We're too American.
But yeah, so turtlenecks for men, for sure.
It's true.
Yes. Something funny is like to see how they translate kind of like the staples of the show, like the things that come up a lot.
So the pods became les capsules. Well, in English, there's capsule collections in fashion. There's capsule. There's
the pharmacy. For me, when I hear the word capsule, I think of coffee. Like les capsules.
The pods for coffee pods.
Yes, very interesting fact about French people. They do not have a French press. You might think so. You're like, wait, French people, they must use a French press. No. They all use an espresso, like coffee maker.
Yes.
Like that's what, like capsule makes me think of at first is like the little pods, like coffee pods that you put in your machine to make your espresso.
Et aussi, and also une capsule in space.
Navette spatiale.
Yes, the spaceship is a capsule.
Exactly, like the
Which,
little
I
thing.
mean,
It makes sense.
it makes sense because it looks like
It's
they're
enclosed.
in their little spaceships.
Yeah. You can tell that the contestants have been told to use the word capsule because a few of them like say pods sometimes.
Ah bon?
You didn't notice?
I didn't notice.
And I think they had guidelines and they were like, no, you have to call it capsule in French. So, for pods, capsule. What else?
Alors, then there's the vocabulary about, finding a mate.
Un compagnon, un partenaire.
Trouvez votre âme sœur.
Âme sœur.
L'âme sœur. Alors, qu'est-ce que c'est? What is l'âme sœur?
It's your soul sister. No, it's your soulmate. But in
Soulmate.
French, we don't say soul. Sorry, we don't say soulmate. She's my soulmate. She's my soul sister. We say âme sœur, soul sister.
Ouais.
But-
Sister soul.
Sister soul. Because soul in French is a feminine word, une âme.
Voilà.
So it doesn't matter whether your soulmate is a man or a woman.
Or non-binary, doesn't matter.
Yes,
You're
there's no
always-
âme frère.
there's no brother soul. It's always going to be âme sœur. No matter the gender of the other person.
Alors, do you believe in soulmates?
Sure. Do you?
No. Love you, David.
That's her husband.
It's not that I mean, this idea of soulmate, like the one person on earth that matches you perfectly and that I feel like it's not a sentiment or like a thing that French people bring up a lot.
Yeah. But something they'll use more is la femme or l'homme de ma vie.
Yes, and we
C'est
hear it in
in the episodes.
Yes.
Je cherche la femme de ma vie. Je cherche l'homme de ma vie. So the woman, the man of my life.
Exactly. So yeah, I guess it's the same sentiment.
The one.
The one, exactly. And there's another one,
Yes.
another term that they use that is a little bit more formal.
L'élu.
L'élu.
The elected.
The chosen
The
one.
chosen one.
That comes from the verb élire, to elect. And obviously we're going to use it in the context like, political.
Politics.
Yeah, exactly. Like when you elect a mayor, elect a president. But in love, we also use it for like the chosen one.
L'élu de mon cœur.
L'élu de mon
The
cœur.
elected by my heart.
Exactly.
President
The-
of my...
The president, the one that my heart chose.
Yes. And so once you find l'élu,
What
you're
do you
going to
do?
get engaged if you decide to get married. But there's a fake friend, un faux ami.
False cognate.
Ouais. In French, on parle d'un engagement. An engagement is a commitment.
Commitment.
It's not-
S'engager, to commit.
It's not engagement.
No.
Engagement is fiançailles,
Fiançailles.
les fiançailles.
And it's interesting because in English we use it for the people that get engaged.
Fiancé.
You say my fiancé. Mon fiancé.
Mon fiancé, ma fiancée.
And in French, it's the same. You would say fiancé for a person, but the act of getting engaged is called fiançailles.
And so, when we propose, we
Demande en mariage.
Voilà.
Ask in marriage. Very formal too. Like propose, if you say proposer in French, it
yeah.
means like je te propose d'aller boire un café.
voilà, I'm giving you an option, an offer.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
suggesting to do
Suggesting
something.
to do something.
Yes, it doesn't have the same weight as
Yeah.
a proposal in
Yeah,
English. So
yeah.
we say like demande en
Demande.
mariage. Exactement.
And also, once you have found the person you love, you're going to do things en amoureux.
Ça, c'est très intéressant. It's very
Ouais.
interesting because in French, we use en amoureux to basically qualify something that is romantic with your romantic partner.
Yes, that you're going to do together.
Exactly. Like a date, a romantic dinner, un dîner en amoureux.
If we go on vacation with our partner, just the two of us, no friends, no kids,
Les vacances en amoureux.
partir en amoureux.
Exactement. And where do you pars en amoureux? When you get married?
Ah, en lune de miel.
En lune de miel.
And
So
that-
it's
that's-
the same. It's
yeah.
a literal translation from English. Lune, moon,
Moon.
de miel, of
Of
honey.
honey.
So honeymoon. There's another term for it in French that is a little bit more formal, a little bit more old school. Le voyage de noces.
Ah, mais oui! J'avais oublié.
Un voyage de noces. So noces is another word in French for mariage, marriage.
For wedding.
A wedding, I guess you're right, sorry. And
Well-
it's confusing because in French, wedding is mariage,
And
marriage is mariage, so we don't really do the distinction. But
Mm-hmm.
noces, you're right, noces is more like an equivalent of wedding.
Mm-hmm.
So you could say les noces, a little old school, but un voyage de
C'est vrai,
noces,
c'est vrai.
you go on a honeymoon.
Yeah. So we'll see if those people end up on a voyage de noces or not.